They said it would never happen. But what if Spaceballs 2 is actually real? And more importantly, what should it make fun of? From lightsabers to AI deepfakes, the world of comedy has changed since 1987, so buckle up. In a time where movies reboot themselves and streaming wars are literal battles, Spaceballs 2, the search for more money, has a golden opportunity to parody everything that's taken over pop culture since the original. First up, Star Wars. The original Spaceballs mocked the classic trilogy. Now we've got The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Andor, The Acolyte, probably Grogu's gym membership by 2027. Imagine Dark Helmet Clue and figure out which timeline he's in, or ends up chasing a Baby Yoda clone army. Each one more merchandise than the last. But how could Spaceballs not touch on the rise of streaming services? Every planet in the universe has one now. So maybe Lone Star struggles to watch the history of the Dragon Ball Super Saiyan on a tiny screen while dodging space debris. Or Barf becomes addicted to a space show about a guy who fixes spaceships with his friends. But hold on. Before we continue, if you want to be part of the Spaceballs 2 revolution, hit that like button right now. Okay, moving on. Next. The Marvel Multiverse. Spider-Verse, Doctor Strange, Deadpool 3. Things are getting wild. Spaceballs 2 could go full chaotic with 7 versions of Lone Star animated. Gender-swapped, robotic, and one that's just a potato wearing a cape, because in 2027 everything gets a variant. Picture this. President Scrooge addresses the Spaceball Nation, revealing Lone Star as a multi-dimensional threat. To save the Schwartz, Dark Helmet must team up with 6 alternate versions of Lone Star, including a disco-loving Lone Star from the future. But wait, there's more. Imagine a training montage where Lone Star shined from the 80s jams out with a guitar made of pure dilithium. It's epic. Next up, Dune, with its intense stares, whispered dialogue, and endless sand. What is Spaceballs to do? Easy spice addiction jokes, sandworm Ubers, and a scene where Barf gets swallowed only to find a vending machine inside the worm. That said, AI is taking over everything, even trailers, scripts, and actors. By 2027, half the rom-coms might be written by bots. Picture this. Yogurt launches an AI to help with his people's mating problems. But it malfunctions, creating an army of emotionless cyborgs who only say things like, "Would you like to pair bond over yonder?" Meanwhile, Dark Helmet, desperate to reconnect with his daughter, uses an AI deepfake to pretend he's her dead pet unicorn. Things get real dark real fast. Then there's the fact that Hollywood's obsessed with reboots. Spaceballs 2 could lean into that chaos. What if it opens with a gritty reboot inside a reboot? Picture Spaceballs origins. The Dark Schwartz. Forget the Spaceballs. This is a tale as old as time. A Lone Ranger in a black leather jacket rides a giant space slug into battle against an evil empire. Slow-motion fight scenes, tragic backstory monologues, and Barf delivering an emotional monologue to a taco. The whole thing's scored with a sad violin. It's so bad it's good. And let's not forget the streaming wars. Netflix, Disney+, Max, Amazon, they're fighting for your eyeballs like galaxies in conflict. Imagine Spaceballs 2 leans into that. Starfleet Disney vs. the Netflix rebellion. Characters switch platforms mid-scene. A Hulu-only sidekick shows up, but no one can understand him without a subscription. And streaming is so integral to our lives now that the film could open with a parody of real-world headlines. Imagine. Disney Plus Day 2027. The streaming service, formerly known as Spaceballs, doubles down on the multiverse. Will it work? Finally, could Rick Moranis return as Dark Helmet, please? Bill Pullman, maybe add a cameo from Jack Black or Seth Rogen, and you've got gold. If Spaceballs 2 happens, it shouldn't just parody sci-fi. It should parody everything we've laughed at, loved, or cringed through for the last 30 years. From multiverse madness to AI nonsense, Mel Brooks has an entire galaxy of material waiting. So here's the deal. Hit that like button if you want Spaceballs 2 to finally blast off. Drop your best parody idea in the comments, and subscribe for more ridiculous breakdowns and sequel madness. And hey, may the Schwartz be with you.